I'm going to click record button. So first, I will do the quiz problem for chapter 16. Chapter 16. Last class, we covered chapter 16. Today, I will go to specific questions. Okay. Just to confirm, can you hear me? Can you see my computer? Can anyone confirm that you can hear me and you can see my computer? Thank you, Nicola, for confirmation. So you ready for chapter 16 quiz? Okay. So question 1. Please stop me if you have any questions. Because I try to use the full window, full screen, you are welcome to unmute yourself if you have any questions. Okay. Just directly speak up. All right. So just to test my pen. Okay, it's working. So a business has 2 investment choices. Alternative 1, require immediate outlay of $2,200 and offer a return of $9,000 in 9 years. Okay. This is alternative 1. And alternative 2 requires an immediate outlay of $4,600 in return, for which $600 will be received at the end of every six months for the next 9 years. Every 6 months means PY equal to 2. 1 year you receive 2 payments. The required rate of return is 15%, 15% semi-annually. Compute the net present value of each alternative and determine which investment should be accepted. Okay. So that is the question. Okay. So first we solve for alternative 1, then we do alternative 2. Okay. Remember what is the net present value? Net present value equal to present value of cash in minus present value of cash out. Money in minus money out. Okay. And so for alternative 1, I use A1 represent alternative 1. Okay. For alternative 1, we need to find out what is the present value of money in. Okay. The present value of money in is the present value of 9,000 in 9 years. It is equal to the present value of 9,000 in 9 years. Okay, that is the money in for alternative 1. And then how do I do this present value of 9,000 in 9 years? You can use calculator or you can use formula. I strongly suggest you use calculator. So I'm going to pull out my calculator. So I'm going to change my decimal places to 4. Okay. Change my decimal places. How do you change decimal places? Second format, you have DEC change to 4. Then enter. Second, quit. So now my computer is 4 decimals. Okay, and then you set up PY and CY. PY equal to 2. CY equal to 2 because interest is compounded semi-annually. So CY is 2. Okay, the payment is 6 months per year. PY equal to 2. Oops. So second PY 2. Enter. Down arrow key. CY is 2. Enter. Second, quit. Okay, so I set up PY and CY. Okay, set up PY and CY. After that, to calculate present value of 9,000 in 9 years, N equal to 18. Why it is 18? Because 9 years, 1 year you have 2 payments. 9 year, 18 payment. Okay. And then interest IY is 15. PMT is 0. Okay. And then FV is 9,000. FV is 9,000. Okay, you enter these 4 numbers and you compute PV. Okay. All right. So let's do it. So make sure you set up, before you do this, PY equal to 2, CY equal to 2, and your computer is at end mode. If you have nothing on top right corner, it is end mode. Okay. So you enter 18 is N, 15 IY, 0 PMT, 9,000 FV. Okay, compute PV. Okay, and you got this number. So compute PV, you got this number. Okay, so any questions so far? Any questions? And for those who just came in, we are doing quiz 10 for chapter 16 as a review for final exam. Okay, so I just computed the present value of 9,000 in 9 years. The answer is $2,448. Now calculate the net present value. Okay, net present value equal to present value of money inlay minus present value of money outlay. So I just calculated 2448 minus what is money outlay. This is money outlay, 22,000. This is the present value for money outlay, 22,000. Okay, and you get final answer 248. The answer is nearest dollar. Okay, any questions for alternative A? Alternative A. Any questions? Okay, now I will do alternative 2. Alternative 2 here. For alternative 2, it requires immediate outlay of 4,600. So this is P outlay. And then I need to calculate what is money inlay, cash inlay, inflow. Okay. What is the present value for money in? That is 600 at the end of 6 years for 9 years. So it is the present value of 600 in 9 years. The present value of annuity. This 600 is annuity. Okay. The present value of 600 annuity in 9 years. That is money in. And how do I do this? So term N equal to 2 payment times 9 years, 18, IY 15, PMT negative 600. Okay, PMT negative 600. FV 0. You must enter 4 numbers. Those are the 4 numbers you need to enter. And then you compute PV. Okay, now go to my calculator. Okay. So clear anything, second quit. Make sure PY is 2, CY is 2. PY is 2. CY is 2. Second quit. Enter 18 as term N. 15 is the interest. Negative 600. Negative 600. PMT. 0 FV. Compute PV. Okay, so I got PV equal to $5,823.0. All right, so this is my present value of an annuity, 600. And use this money, so NPV equal to present value of annuity minus money outlay, 46, see, immediate outlay, and you'll get this number, $1,224. Any questions on net present value? Net present value. So this part is alternative 2, including here. Alternative 2. Any questions before I move on to next question? Okay. What is PV of alternative 1? Dev, thank you for your question. The question was, what is PV for alternative 1? For alternative 1, there are PV. You have to say PV for what? PV for 9,000, say PV of 9,000 in 9 years. You enter those 4 numbers, N 18, IY 15, PMT 0, FV 9,000. You compute PV for alternative 1, $2,448. Did that answer your question, Dev? And you have to use this now. This is money in. minus money out. Money out is 2,200 for alternative 1. Okay, hope that answered the question, Dave. All right, so let's move on to next question. Next question. This from chapter 16. Okay, those questions is your quiz 10. And similar questions will appear in final exam. So make sure you can do this quiz by yourself for each and every question. So final exam will have a question about IRR, internal rate of return for sure. There is a question for IRR. Okay, so pay attention to this question. Okay. This question looks like a little bit complex, but if you go slow, do steps, follow instructions, and practice not only 1 time, but also 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So you should be fine. The key is you need to practice. Okay. All right. So for this question, I will pull out my Excel to illustrate some numbers. Okay, so if you pay attention to column B, I'll highlight column B. So this is my column B, okay? While you are reading the question, try to construct data in Excel format, and then you can use calculator. So I will present 2 methods. Method 1, Excel. Method 2, calculator. Okay, so as I said, go slow. Okay, go slow. Let's read the question. You are thinking of starting energy drink business that require an initial investment of 18,000. Initial investment means that is the money outlay. In cash flow, we use CF0. CF0 represent immediate outlay, that is negative 18,000. Okay, so you understand this number. Okay, you need, this is the cost. And also a major replacement after 9 years amount to 6,000. Okay, so after 9 years, so this is initial money outlay. Then this is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, etc. And in year 9, you need to spend 6,000. So in year 9, you type in negative 6,000. Okay, year 9, negative 6,000. So far, you have these 2 numbers. Okay. Any questions for the first sentence? And now, from competitive experience, you expect to have net loss of 2,000 in the first year. So this is year 1. First year, you have a net loss, negative 2,000. You type in here, negative 2,000. I heard questions. What is the PV of alternative 1? You are talking about question 1, Dev. The PV of alternative 1 is 2,448, then minus 2,200. See, the net present value for alternative 1 is here, net present value for alternative 1. Okay. We can go back to your question, Dev. Okay. Right now we are doing a question 2. Is this your question 2? I don't think so. This is your question 2. Okay. Question 2, we do not have alternative. Question 2. Question 2. So look at my spreadsheet here. Question 2, I just explained 2 numbers. I explained negative 18,000. I explained in year 9, you have another cost, 6,000. And then first year, you have 2,000. I just explained 3 numbers. Do you have questions about those 3 numbers? Okay, great. So let's move on. Okay, I just explained 3 numbers in question 2. If you don't have questions, let's move on. If you have questions, I love your questions. I'm going to try my best to answer it. So now I just explained 3 numbers. Okay. All right. So next, let's move on. A net profit of 2,000. The second year, you have a profit. And then for the remaining years of the 14 years, net return is 5,000 per year. So now go to the second year. This is my second year. You have 2,000. Any questions for this part? Second year, you have 2,000. Okay. And now, for the remaining 14 years, you have 5,000 each year. So for the next 14 years, you have 5,000 each year. Did you see the next 14 years? You have 5,000 each year. Except, remember in year 9, you have negative 6,000. But at the same time, you have a positive 5,000 in year 9. So the net effect is negative 1,000. Did you see that? In year 9, you have a positive 5,000. At the same time, you have negative 6,000. So the net effect is negative 1,000. So I will change year 9 to negative 1,000. Any questions for the 14 years, the 5,000 for the next 14 years? See, this is year 14. Okay. 5,000 for the next 14 years. In year 9, you have negative 6,000 plus positive 5,000. Year 9, you have negative 1,000. I will pause for a moment to see if you have any questions so far. Any questions? Shall I move on? All right. So now, after 14 years, after 14 years, the net return will gradually decline and will be 0 at the end of year 23rd. And bracket assume return 3,000 per year for that period. Okay. So 3,000 per year for that period. See, did you see 3,000 per year for that period from year 15 until year 23rd? Each year you have net return 3,000. Did you see this number? Okay. And then the question asks you to compute internal rate of return. Internal rate of return. Okay, so before we do internal rate of return, are there any questions on the data given here? That is your first step to set up the data. Okay, set up data in Excel format so that later on you can easily use calculator. I pause for a moment. Any questions? I will briefly summarize the numbers here. The first number is the initial outlay money out. And the second number is in year one. In the first year, you have a 2,000 negative number because that is the loss, that is the cost. Okay, and then in year 9, you have a negative 6,000. At the same time, you have a positive 5,000. So in year 9, you have negative 1,000. Okay, and the rest of years, one is 5,000, the other is 3,000. Okay. The question is this the only method to calculate IRR? No, I have two methods. One is Excel, the other is calculator. I'm introducing Excel because the calculator is based on the data presented in Excel. And make sure you can do this question. The final exam have similar questions. Okay, please ask questions like Dev, ask many questions. Other students, have your questions answered here. Okay, I try to go slow. Okay, okay. So once you have this data, make sure you do not have any questions about this data. Why it is this way? And in Excel, watch out. You just type in equal IRR, means internal rate of return, opening bracket, then select B2 to B34, 35. That's it. That's it. Closing bracket, you get, oops, should be B2 to B25. Closing bracket. I pause for a moment. The formula is very easy. Equal IRR, select data, you get the answer, 17%. Depending on requirement, if the question asks you to keep 2 decimal places, you need to change increase the decimal places. If it is asked you 1 decimal, it is no decimal, it is 17%. If asked you 2 decimals, 16.99%. Let's check our requirement. Round the nearest tens, so 1 decimal. Okay, so the answer is 17.0%. So any questions about Excel method? And once you have this Excel method, now I will introduce calculator method. Okay, all right. Can you do IRR again? Sure. So I will delete this one. The question asked me to do it again. Type in equal IRR, opening bracket, and select your data range. In my case, it is from B2 to B25. That's it. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, great. And now, you ready for calculator method? Right, great. You got -6% Dev. That is because, I know where you make mistake. One of the numbers you get wrong, you need to double check if the numbers agree with my number here. you didn't have the same number as mine, Dave. This is my number here, from here to here. Okay? All right. So now, calculator method. Okay, calculator method. So for calculator method, we use second quit. This is the calculator method, major steps. I type in here. Okay. And then you go press CF, cash flow. Did you see CF, cash flow? After cash flow, you must enter second clear work to clear any previous entries. Otherwise, you will mess up. This step is necessary. After CF, press second clear work. See my step here. After press CF, click second clear work. Okay. And now you are given CF0. Type in negative 18,000, 18,000 negative. After this, press enter. Enter. Okay. And now click this down arrow key. Click this down arrow key. Next one, this one should be select C01, means cash flow 1. Okay, cash flow 1, did you see this? This is cash flow 1, negative 2,000 is cash flow 1. Okay. Try to have multiple windows opened. Maybe, yeah, this is my Excel. What do I do? Okay, remember this is my Excel. It is here, the number is here. The calculator is based on Excel data format. See, CF0, negative 1800, and the next one is C01, is a negative 2000. So 2000, negative, press enter. Okay, press enter. And then click down arrow key. F01 means frequency of negative 2000, means how many times negative 2000 occur? Just one time, just 1 year. So F01 is 1. It is 1, enter. Then click down arrow key. Okay, down arrow key. So next one asks you C02. So this is my C01. Next asks you C02, cash flow 2. Cash flow 2 is 2000. 2000. Enter. Down arrow key. F02 means how many times this 2000 happened? Just one time. So enter 1. Enter. Next, down arrow key. C03. C03 is 5,000. Cash flow 3, 5,000. Enter. Down arrow key. F03. F03 means how many times 5,000 happened? You count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5,000 happened 6 times. So F03 equal to 6. Frequency. Okay. Okay, type in 6, enter, down arrow key. Okay, so next is C04. So C04 is here. Negative 1000 is C04. 1000, negative, enter. Then down arrow key. F04. F04 is 1 because this number happened one time. Okay, it is 1, enter, down arrow key. Next, C05. C05 is 5000. 5000. Okay, enter, down arrow key. F05, you count how many times 5000 occur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is 5. Enter, down arrow key. Okay, so F05 is 5. Okay. Now next is C06. C06 is here. C06, 3000. 3000 is C06. Enter. Down arrow key. F06. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it has happened 9 times. So enter 9. Enter. Down arrow key. Last one is C07. We don't have last C07. We're done. Okay. After you're done, you press IRR button. Okay, on your keyboard. IRR. Okay, where is IRR? Here, this button here is IRR. Click IRR button. IRR button. Then click compute. See, you get 16.99. Exactly the same result as our Excel. Okay. Again, you need to practice. Not only one time, I'm telling you. In the past, students practice at least 4 times. 4 times, okay, to get it right. The most happened mistake, okay, frequently happened mistake is the first step. Every time when you do the cash flow, you have to click second clear work, and this step must after the CF button. Press CF button first, then press second clear work, not the other way around. So I'll check. Any questions? Any questions? So that is this question, okay? Question 2. And the question 3, I will show you net present value in Excel and in calculator. So question 2, I showed you in Excel and the calculator for IRR, internal rate of return. Okay. So question 3. Question 3. Any questions before I move on? Any questions? Anything? Okay, great. Let's move on. Question 3. Okay. Again, question 3. Let me try to see. right. Try to locate the data for question 3. All right. So let's look at question 3. A company must take a choice between two alternatives. Alternative 1 will return the company 10,000 at the end of 2 years and 65,000 at the end of 9 years. That is alternative 1. Alternative 2 will return the company 6,000 at the end of each of the next 9 years. This is annuity, each year in 9 years. The company normally expects to earn rate of return 13%. Compute net present value for each alternative. Okay, so what is the net present value for alternative 1? Net present value for alternative 2? Okay. Let me see, do I have this one here? Yes. Okay, now try to show you the Excel data, okay, based on the number given here. All right. So first, I strongly suggest you arrange data in Excel format to prepare yourself for using calculator later. And also you can directly use Excel NPV function. Okay, so for this question, you are looking at alternative A data is in column E. Column E is alternative 1 data, and column F is alternative 2 data. Okay, so I'll try to give you different. This is alternative 1. This is alternative 2. So alternative 1 is here, alternative 2 is here. Okay. Okay, let's look at alternative 1. Alternative 1 will return 10,000 at the end of 2 years. See, this is year 1. Year 1, year 2. At the end of year 2, you have 10,000. Did you see it? Okay, 10,000. And then at the end of 9 years, so this is end of 9 year, year 9, you have 65,000. That is alternative 1. Other years, you have 0. You type in 0. It is just at the end of year 1, year 2, at the end of year 9. Is that clear? That is alternative 1. And alternative 2, the company will have 6,000 at each year for 9 years. So from year 1, this is year 1, year 2, year 3, until year 9. Each year you have 6,000. Okay, and the initial cash flow is 0. CF0 is 0 for both cases because it didn't mention the immediate outlay. Okay. So after you presented arrange data in this format in Excel, you need to do this. I will delete this formula, retyping. So the Excel formula equal to, you see this is my Excel formula. I will delete. Why I cannot delete? So in Excel, you type in NPV, net present value, NPV, and then type in the rate 13%, comma, and then you select from year 1 until last year. Do not select the first row. The first row is for initial outlay. Okay, CF0. Do not select row CF0. After that, you must enter the row for CF0. In this case, it is 0. In other cases, it might be a negative number. This is the way NPV function works for Excel. Select from year 1 and then plus initial money CF0. Press enter. So you get this net present value. Do the same thing. You can get net present value for alternative 2. Okay. So any questions? So I will redo alternative 2. So typing equal NPV, rate is 13%, value from year 1 until last year, and then plus the first number. Press enter. So this is the NPV for alternative 1, and this is NPV for alternative 2. So this is the Excel method. Okay. And how do you do the calculator method? For calculator method, you need this Excel data format to enter cash flow. Okay. So now I will show you the calculator method. I have major steps right here. Okay. So click second, quit. Then press CF button. After press CF button, you must enter second clear work. You must enter second clear work. Now let's do alternative 1. For alternative 1, CF0, see, CF0 is 0. Okay, for alternative 1, CF0 is 0. So you type in 0, enter, down arrow key. Okay. And the next one, C01. C01 is 0. Okay, C01 is 0. Enter, down arrow key. And how many times this 0 occur? It is just one time. F01 is 1. Enter, down arrow key. Now go to the next cash flow. Next cash flow is 10,000. 10,000. Press enter. Okay, down arrow key. This 10,000 happened one time. Frequency is 1, so F02 is 1. Enter, down arrow key. Next one, cash flow is 0. Enter, down arrow key. How many 0 occurred? You count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Occurred 6 times. So F03 is 6. Enter, down arrow key. Okay. And the last one is 65,000. 65,000. Enter, down arrow key. How many times this number occur? Frequency is just 1. enter, down arrow key. Okay, and now you entered all the numbers. Now you entered all the numbers. You press NPV. This button is NPV. Press NPV. After you press NPV, the computer gives you I interest. You type in 13, press enter. Okay, and then down arrow key. You get the computer gives you NPV. You then compute, quick CPT, compute. You see, you get this number. Agree with the number I gave you here from Excel. So those numbers similar. All right. So I did a demonstration for calculator for NPV. Perform similar procedure, you can get alternative 1. Any questions? Anything? Any questions? You need to go slow. Don't get stressed. Remember, stress does not advance any course. You need to go slow, step by step. Do it one time, you failed. You didn't get correct answer. No problem. That is the process. Nobody gets it right. Not nobody. Few people get it right in the first trial. You have to do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay. And so this is a net present value. Okay. Net present value. Next one is the net present. Okay, question 4. Question 4. A contrast is estimated to yield net annual return of 14,000 for 9 years. Every year you get this money for 9 years. To secure the contract, an immediate outlay. Immediate outlay means this is CF0. Okay, is required. Interest is 13%. Calculate the net present value. Calculate the net present value. That is the question. Okay. And for this one, because data is simple, you do not need Excel. If you want Excel, that's fine. But here I will directly use the calculator. I already write down the calculator step here. This is the calculator step. I will show you in the live demo here. Okay. Remember, even before you click CF, always go second quit. Just on safe side, go second quit. So if I open my calculator, it is here. I go second quit, and then I press CF. After I press CF, even though I see 0, I still need to press second clear work, means clear any previous entries. This is important. Second clear work. Okay. Hold on. CF second clear work, and then you have CF0. See, CF0 70,000. This is money outlay, so negative. Enter. Down arrow key. Okay, and down arrow key you have next one you have 14 CF0. This is actually CF0. Oh, yeah, this is CF0. Yeah, and then C01. C01, the first cash flow is 14,000. 14,000. Enter. Down arrow key. F01 means frequency of 14,000. How many times 14,000 happened? 9 times, because 9 years. So F01 is 9. Enter. Down arrow key. You have next cash flow. You don't have next cash flow, just 14,000 for 9 years. So here you press NPV. The computer will give you I. You enter 13. Okay. Enter. Down arrow key. No. After you enter 13, you just down arrow key. You have NPV. Then you press CPT. You get this number. You get this number. Because this is the positive number, so the proposal should be accept. NPV is a positive number. Okay. Any questions? So this number is C01. When you use calculator. Any questions? Okay. I will finish the last question, then we take a break, okay, to have a complete video recording. So last question. IRR, okay. Remember chapter 16, final exam, we have chapter 16 questions. The questions I am doing now, all from chapter 16. Okay, question 5. The proposed expansion of CIV electronics plant facilities requires an immediate outlay. So this is CF0, immediate outlay, 102,000. Expected net return are given in this data. Okay. Calculate internal rate of return. Calculate IRR. Internal rate of return. That is the question. Okay. All right. So let's do calculator. Remember, you need to start with the second quit on your calculator. Okay. So second quit. After second quit, you press CF. After you press CF, press second clear work. And now initial cash flow is 102,000. This is a cash outflow, so negative. Enter. Down arrow key. This is cash flow 1. C01 is new. New means 0. New means 0. Okay. So you type in 0. Enter. Down arrow key. How many times this 0 occur? Just 1 time. So 1. Enter. Next, C02. Second year is C02. You have 29,000. 29,000. Okay. Enter. Down arrow key. This 29,000 happened 1 time. So frequency is 1. Enter. Down arrow key. Next number is C03. 32,000. 32,000. Enter. Down arrow key. This number happened 1 time. Okay. Keep on going. Next number. This number is C04. 59,000. 59,000. Enter, down arrow key. Frequency is 1. Enter, down arrow key. Next one is C05. C05 is 50,000. Enter, down arrow key. Frequency is 1. Enter, down arrow key. Next number C06, 15,000. Enter, down arrow key. Frequency is 1. Enter, down arrow key. And now, the question asks you IRR. You press IRR button here. IRR, and then CPT, compute. I got 11.11. It does not agree with the answer. So some number I entered wrong. Okay, for sure I entered some number wrong. Let me double check my numbers. If I go back, okay, I must enter some number wrong. Congratulations, Dev. Congratulations, you got correct number. Okay, so I need to redo it because I didn't get the correct number. Okay, this time I will quit and then CF, second clear work, initial, that is 102. 102,000, negative, enter, down arrow key, 0, enter, down arrow key, 1, enter, down arrow key, 29,000, enter, down arrow key. It is already 1, I will skip, down arrow key, 32,000, enter, down arrow key again, 59,000, enter, down arrow key again, 50,000, enter, down arrow key again, 15,000, enter, down arrow key again, press IRR, press compute. Aha, this time I got it. Okay, see, I got correct. Okay, so 16.785. All right. So any questions? I will